It's time for lunch. It's time for lunch. Oh, I'm hungry. And it's hot as bejesus out here. And speaking of Jesus, there is the National Cathedral and the National Cathedral School, which is an all-girls school, right here in this building in front of us, and then that building over here. Those are NCS. We've got a little street art here for you guys. Little street graffiti. Hello, Zora! Here they repainted all the fire and police call boxes with graffiti. There it goes. Yeah. Zora the Explorer is here. Zora hacks her age every day on her Periscope, teaching you how to do simple tricks to look and stay younger and healthier. It is the first day of school. The kids have left the building. The kids are in school, and we walked around the campus a bit. We ran into our younger one, and he was sweating profusely. His tie was basically a sop. His tie was basically a towel. He got to take off his coat though, so he wasn't wearing his sports coat. He was feeling pretty happy about that. Yes, my boys go to a school in which a coat and tie and nice shoes are required. So my boys, hey, how's it going? My boys go to school right here near this cathedral. And it's a very traditional, not a bow tie, but some people have bow ties, but they had the longer tie. We spent most of the morning and a little bit of last night teaching the half Windsor knot. So the boys are a growing proficiency with the half Windsor. Kind of like Hogwarts without the magic. God, it's hot. So we're on our way down to Rocklands. Rocklands is the barbecue joint of choice nearby here. Yeah, the half Windsor is a tricky one. I just skipped the four in hand. The four in hand is how basically every kid in the 80s tied his necktie, because it was just fast and just sort of like, eh. But the half Windsor is a much more complicated, but a much better looking knot. Guys, if you tie a knot, tie a half Windsor. Half Windsor just looks the bomb. So their school is right over back behind this building. I'm gonna have barbecue pulled chicken for lunch, which is becoming my default since there's no good wonton noodle. But I have been told there is a Hong Kong wonton place in the suburbs. And hey, Beirut, how's it going? Beirut. And I will be going there this afternoon, I think. I'm going to go try what's supposed to be wonton mian. So they were like Thai suck, but then I realized, oh, it gives us something to do if we get bored in class. No, it's not in Chinatown. This is the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. This is where Senator McCain had the memorial service the other day. And next to it, this is the St. Albans Church. This is a small little church next to the cathedral. My son's classroom is on the other side of this building. It is a Dead Poets Society kind of school. I'm Penguin 6. I used to live in Hong Kong, and now I'm in reverse culture shock. Having moved back to the United States, trying to adjust to a life in America is, well, actually it's pretty hard after living overseas for almost a decade. I did see Crazy Rich Asians. It made me very homesick for Asia. Even though I'm not from Singapore, I of course spent time in Singapore, but I am back for a while. I'm adjusting. I don't really say, oh, there's my son's school. My son's school is right over there. I am adjusting. That's pretty much the only way I'd say it. I mean, the food issue is humongous. I mean, the food here, guys, what has happened? It's just awful. Oh, I don't know what, and it's not like, I mean, I go to fancy restaurants and it's awful. It's like, ugh. And the Asian food. Crazy Rich Asians. You'll be in Hong Kong in October. Yeah, Zora's going to be back. Oh, there's my son's school. See if we can zoom. There we go. So that's his school, right over there, that building, right over there. Crazy Rich Asians, cute. I mean, there was more laughter of recognition. It's out of probably, it's probably a 4-star movie. It was fun. There are a few good lines. It's pretty to look at. It's just a romantic comedy. All the food here is tasteless. It's just blah. Like, in Hong Kong we used to eat like Dutch chicken and Brazilian chicken. And man, it had so much flavor in it. Now the chicken here is this just giant, massive meat that, like, ooh. I enjoyed the film. There were a few good comedy lines in it. It was fun, like playing Where's That in Singapore? I recognize that place or this place, stuff like that. The comic reliefs really stole the movie. I haven't read the book. Gemma Chan is just a mega hottie. I've been watching her since the movie Humans, or the TV show Humans. She plays Astrid, one of the supermodel cousins or whatever. Yeah, I better be at home. My children were born here, were permanent residents of Hong Kong, however. But they don't really remember much about America. This is, the first time, today is the first day in an American school. So they're a little bit nervous. And Grandma, Michelle Yao, or no, the old grandma. Yeah, I actually recognize the old grandma because she looks like my mother-in-law, kind of. But Gemma Chan played Astrid, which was the nice cousin. And she's British-born Chinese. So we're on our way down Wisconsin. Now, I don't know if the signal's going to get weird. I might start speaking Russian soon because we're walking past the Russian embassy here in just a moment. And the Russian embassy is just littered with all sorts of electronic intercepts. And hell, even the FBI's down here too, so maybe they're listening. Well, I cook my own Asian food. I have cooked a few. Aren't I banned from Russia? I was thrown out of Russia. I don't know if I can ever go back. I have never tried. Once you get thrown out of Russia, you don't really try to go back. It's kind of like asking for trouble, We just passed Massachusetts Avenue. School started, just the other day. Actually, their schools in Hong Kong have been back in session for a couple weeks. For a second, I thought that's a Cadillac. I thought it was like a Rolls. I haven't seen a Rolls Royce. I haven't actually seen a Bentley in like 2 months. It feels really weird. We've moved back for at least a year or two, and then we'll decide. Oh, the story of Russia is a long story. I haven't really spotted. I still have my Asus Kayanos. I saw an Asus outlet yesterday, so I'm thinking about upgrading my shoes because these have gotten quite a lot of mileage on it. Oh, I didn't tell you the really good news. This is great. So my apartment building, is right across the street from a ballet school. Okay? So there's like a ballet school across the street, and several of the ballerina students live in my building. And guess where they are during the day? The gym. Talk about motivation to go to the gym. It's like, stay at home and eat ice cream, or go to the gym filled with hot ballerina students. No choice. Nice. So that was sort of like this little added bonus. Wife's like, you're spending a lot of time in the gym. Are you trying to get fit? I'm like, no. I was just watching a movie on my iPad. How old are they? They're like ballerina age. I don't know. They're like college or something. Too young for me, but still. I miss Hong Kong, yes. I could Periscope from there, but the signal's weak. So this is the Russian embassy, guys. Embassy of the Russian Federation. God, they got like fences inside of fences. Yeah, if there's ever an embassy that says F off, it's that one. It's a huge, and that's actually, there's a tunnel underneath the road. So the FBI dug a tunnel under their embassy. I don't know why. And they also have like listening posts on some of the buildings on the top. That was my rendition of the Russian national anthem as interpreted by Hunt for Red October, which I've watched way too many times. You miss the peak, I do too. You know, just like turn here and then there's like everything in front of you. No, it's not that way. No, it's not. It's just the street. Yeah, I remember once we had I remember I had a Cold War party once. We watched Dr. Strangelove, Red Dawn, and then Hunt for Red October, all back to back. My buddies were just slosh drunk by the end of it, screaming, "Wolverines! Wolverines!" All right, we're almost to the barbecue joint. You know, there's this new movie. It's called like The Red Dawn of Australia, and it's about like these kids in Australia who have to fight off an alien invasion. Yeah. So I don't remember the name of this film, but like aliens come to invade Australia, and like these kids arm up with some weapons, and they go around tooling up on the aliens. And I'm just like, dingoes! Dingoes! I don't think they were actually screaming that, but that would have been really good. I've not seen the new Jack Ryan. I've seen the previews for it, but I just haven't had like 30 minutes to myself, you know, with the kids getting ready. Guys, you know what I had to do last night? I had to iron. I had to use an iron. Do you know how many decades it's been since I've touched an iron? I didn't even know how to turn the damn thing on. And I'm just like, wife's like, the kid's shirt has this big wrinkle. It needs to be fixed. And I'm like, tell the nanny. She's like, we don't live in Hong Kong anymore. And I'm like, what are you insinuating, woman? She's like, you iron now. And I'm just like, iron? That's like a mineral, isn't it? And she's like, no, press. I'm like, me? Huh? Georgetown Ballet. Oh, yeah. Somebody didn't get any little treats in his breakfast cereal. Hey, finally a cool car. It's a BMW i8. We had a lot of those in Hong Kong. It's the first one I've seen here. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm Woody. Georgetown Ballet. But it's only a hybrid. It's not like a pure electric, is it? I mean, I don't want to spend that much money. I want a pure electric. I saw my first Tesla number 3 the other day. That's a Tesla Model 3. I saw one of those. Looked okay. I have not seen a lot of Teslas. One day I did see 2. I mean, if you guys remember my walks in Hong Kong, we would usually see 15 to 20 Teslas in 15 to 20 minutes. Here, maybe we'll see 1 or 2. My mom drives a Buick Century, I think. My mom's a big Buick woman. Oh, Jimmy John's, how I love you, but I'm not going to get you today because I'm going to Rocklands. Rocklands, real barbecue. Everyone in GC knows Rocklands. Kids like America. No, they want to go home. They want to go home to Hong Kong. Oh. Hi.
How are you?
All right, can I have a pulled chicken?
Chicken sandwich?
Yes. Hi. Pulled chicken
Sorry
sandwich?
about
No
that.
worries.
Anything else?
Some fries and a soda. Yep. Yeah, here. Jimmy John's actually started in my hometown in Illinois. The first time I ever had Jimmy John's, it was the guy, John, who actually made the sandwich for me. Yeah, maybe next time. Well, actually, I don't think. Thank you. I don't think these cards are the ones I use anymore. These are my Hong Kong cards. This is Rocklands. Rocklands. Free peanuts coming up. They've got like every type of barbecue sauce ever known to man. The food here is actually kind of expensive for the quality you get. Let's just take the whole bucket. We're gonna let it all tonight. Oh, that's my night. Oh, I'm gonna let it all hang out that girls, you make the rocket world go round. Peanuts. Hey Kathleen, how you doing? Zen. Alright, so we're in Rocklands, guy. Rocklands. Rocklands. These are actually pretty good peanuts. My wife usually comes here, she just inhales the peanuts. Sam Adams, I think they got Sam's. Am I working? No, today's my son's first day at school, and he's actually getting out early, so I gotta go back home and pick him up. It's funny, I spent all day in a suit this morning, and then I've switched into shorts. These are raw, I think. Did the kids want to come to the USA? No, they did not. Why would you want to come here? The oldest one is okay with the move. The younger one is not. In fact, I've had to soothe him to sleep many nights. Him saying, "I want to go home. I want to go home," and home is Hong Kong. Yeah. We'll go to New York this. We could go back next year, but not likely. More like 2 years. Yeah. It is rough. It's interesting. Hong Kong isn't really our home, but we kind of felt like we belonged there. Does that make sense? We're in Rocklands in Washington, D.C. on Wisconsin Avenue, just up. We're adjusting to D.C., Kathleen. It's a rough adjustment. We don't fit in. We don't, but we're finding other people like us, other expats, stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of diplomats here. The IMF is here, the World Bank, and all that. International media groups. Yeah, I get homesick too. That's mixed. I mean, like, our new apartment here is much nicer than our apartment in Hong Kong. I mentioned the ballerinas, yeah? It's filled with ballerinas. But also it's just a modern construction. We went to 3 high schools, oh, that's rough. Oh, thank you. Be gone, peanut shells. Hello, pulled chicken. No, the Chinese food here sucks. We did move back for a year or two. Periscope. Catch up. I haven't been over to La France Plaza lately. Is that the barbecue sauce? They got a bajillion sauces here. They started school today. Ow. Today is their first day of school. So we're pleased with the school. It's a nice school. It's expensive as hell, but nice place. Do they wine? Yeah. It's funny. They're like, Daddy, why do we have to close the top button on our shirt? I'm like, because you do. Daddy, why does the bottom end of the tie have to come to this point? Because it does. Daddy, why don't we button both buttons on the jacket? Because you don't. Yeah, it was a big factor. Big factor. Oh. My kids took the ISEE test, not the SSAT. The ISEE is used by most boarding schools in New York, and some others here on the East Coast. What the hell? The ISEE is a tougher math, but easier English. Now, my kids are coming from Asia, yeah? So, math is not a problem. So we took that one. Okay, guys. Time to eat this baby. Smoked. Come to Butthead. Where's chicken? Pulled chicken barbecue. Yeah, this is the Wisconsin Avenue one. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a break and eat this delicious sandwich. Thank you all for watching. We'll try to do some more scopes. The kids are in school now, so we're going to start hiking around DC starting all tomorrow, so feel free to follow. Anyway, we're at Rocklands right now, and I will talk to you all later.